Okay, so welcome back to Your Turn to Die. I sped through all the stuff we've seen before. This is new, for sure. Apparently most of the trial's the same, so I'm going to try to get through that as quickly as possible and get to the conclusion when we do a bad thing. But before that, of course this would be different. Now is going to be taking this pretty bad too, because she was supposed to choose one of them or something, and that caused the one to freak out and kill Rico. He's bad. Anyway. Oops. I have the audio on the wrong channel again. Okay, there we go.
Rico, you really were kind. Such a good kid. Alice lost someone precious to him. Just like Now lost her teacher. Just like Kana lost her sister. Just like I lost my best friend. Rico. She was a trustworthy ally to me, too. It's painful. It's sad. But, we can't just stay here forever. Alice, now. Sarah, what you doing? You're in the way. Be gone. I know how you feel, but the main game's going to start again. They're giving an explanation. Please, come to the medical office. You sure are kind. Huh? It shouldn't matter to you if anything unfavorable happens to us. In the main game, everyone is an enemy. Again, at least 2 people will die. It might be you and me next. That may be true, but I don't think giving up on living and thinking is the right thing to do. If we diligently think about it, I'm sure there's a path. A path? I've long since passed up such a thing. Even so, I stubbornly lived on, because I thought someday my parents or Rico would repay me. There is no path anymore. Let's go, Alice. Now? Hey, now, Igakoro, what are you?
Now remove the gloves from Rico's body.
I need to deliver this. There's surely someone else waiting who treasures Rico as much as us. Now? Alice, please, you take one of these too.
Alice accepted one of the gloves, okay.
I'm going. I need to move forward. Forward. Sarah Chiduin, I will tell you this. The name of the man I killed was Sohiori. Huh? I don't care about Sohiori at this point. Who I really need to kill is Alice. Those were eyes of revenge. Revenge against our enemy who plotted this death game. Anger and hate. Those made the only path that would move Alice now. Then what path will I choose? That's obvious. I won't let anyone else die. The main game, I won't let it happen.
You can't save anybody, Sarah.
I'm not going to lose.
Alright. I doubt most of this is going to be any different, but we'll see. Wait, why are we going along stairs? Oh, because we were in the room of lies, right.
I'll go to the medical office. Everyone should be waiting there.
Wow. This is everyone? Yikes.
So and Kana are whispering in the corner. Not the kind of thing I can barge into. Big Sarah! Yin, you're up and moving already? Yeah, I'm totally better, woof. Poison don't scare me anymore. Meow.
The adult KG brot's working like a charm. Don't feel no weird after effects either. Good showing from your friendly policeman, eh?
It really was a close call. If KG hadn't found the antidote, both of them might have... KG.
That's a good point. How did he know it was here? Was he just, like, checking all the bottles? I guess I could believe that, but...
It's about the only thing I could do. Mostly came down to Q-taro putting his life on the line. You're really something, you know? Nah. Couldn't hardly do anything, all told. And we lost 2 Ricos. Human or doll, it don't matter. Both of them were our allies, and...
What do you... Who is this? I don't remember.
What do you mean, ally?
Oh, no. Okay, it was Alice.
What do you mean, ally?
Alice!
All of you really are stupid. All the kidnappers are planning here is for us to kill each other. You let someone live and kill someone else. That's all it is. So why would you help each other? Why even try to be kind? Rico was the same. If she'd thought only for herself a little more, maybe she wouldn't have had to die like that.
Alice.
Don't forget about Rico. She was lonesome, despite how it looked.
Meow. Of course we won't forget. We can't.
Maybe there's something wrong with me, too. Even though you and I are soon going to be killing each other.
So, all of you have assembled. I will now begin explanations for the second main game. Mr. Guy Nabushi, how are you faring?
There he is, Meow. Uncle Crabstash.
Uncle Crabstash?
You think we're just gonna sit here and listen to your damn explanation?
You guys are always pulling tricks. Meow. I won't trust you. Woof. What the heck, Woof? Don't come any closer. Meow.
Fantastic.
Huh?
Just amazing, Mr. Guy Nabushi. Astonishing resilience. Why, you're the picture of health already. And Uncle Crabstash, it is an honor to receive such a charming nickname.
You're screwing with us now?
Mr. Q-taro Burgerberg, you're healthy as well. My word, the stamina of a first-class baseball player is truly something else. Fantastic. Simply fantastic.
Yeah, I feel sick, Meow.
Oh dear, so there is yet some venom left.
It's not that. Woof.
So when are you getting to the explanation?
Pardon me? Well then, I shall explain this main game. That said, the basic rules are the same. It is a voting game, making use of 4 cards. The Keymaster, Sage, Sacrifice, and Commoner. The Keymaster is the Keyman of Destruction. Should they be chosen, the one who carries it bears great responsibility, but it also serves as armor. The Sage is a superhuman who knows the one in possession of the Keymaster's role, but once exposed it is hard to protect oneself. The Sacrifice will die unless chosen. They are the sole person who can turn defeat into victory, or victory into defeat. And the Commoners have no power at all, but thus they fill the role of guiding the discussion in the proper direction. However, this time we will use data in place of paper cards.
Data?
Card data has already been distributed at random to the voting tablets you possess. All that remains is the permission to access it.
Why'd you have to make it so roundabout?
Very sharp indeed, Mr. Q-taro. Because this time, you are able to make trades. And forcibly, at that.
We can trade our cards?
Indeed. Now, let me show you. Come forth, ring-up box.
A phone booth came from the floor.
You may trade cards by making a request at one of these ring-up boxes, situated in each room. They are simple to use. Simply insert 50 tokens and grab the receiver.
50 tokens?
Of course, just like the sub-game, you cannot use your own token.
What a ridiculous rule!
Oh, I had thought you would be delighted, Mr. Q-taro.
That's awful rude. People without tokens don't even get the right to trade.
Trades are one-on-one with who you select. Please trade freely with whomever you wish. You have the time limit of approximately 3 hours. When all have returned to their bedrooms, that will signal the start of this trading phase. Do not wear such gloomy looks, everyone. Win and survive. You were all born to win.
What is he talking about?
So then, please return to your rooms within 5 minutes. If you do not, you understand, don't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is all the same. Okay, here's something new. I just went through the whole first floor segment with KG. Alice said, "I'll kill you!" So, that's what's happening.
What?
Oh, I have to...
Whatever are you doing?
Shut up!
Not good. Alice has lost himself in rage.
Go for it, Alice!
What's cutting into you, Alice?
He doesn't have a gun right now. I've been waiting for this moment.
What's all the commotion?
Alice.
Oh, please, cease this.
You make me laugh, so even you value your life.
You have it wrong. I must protect all of your lives.
As you murder us one after another, don't screw with me. Now tell me where the exit is, or else you're...
There is no exit.
Be serious with me. Then how are you gonna leave when this is all over?
Alice reached his hand towards Gashu's neck.
What the... Huh? What is that? Please, enough of these games.
Do you understand? Even we cannot leave this place. Not until it is all over.
A collar? Even the floor masters are...
What in the world? What do you want that would make you do this?
It is all for our mission. The mission of everyone here. Now I will excuse myself. Please continue to spend your time before the main game well, so as to leave no regrets.
No exit? Impossible?
You giving up? I give up.
Me giving up is inconceivable.
Good on you, Miss Sarah. That's our dependable leader.
So...
Speaking of which, I've got something important to talk with you and KG about.
Important?
Okay. This is the... We're gonna give you the laptop or whatever, so... I don't know, q-taro's just in league with them. Poor q-taro. I say poor q-taro, but at the same time, fuck you, q-taro. Okay, this might be interesting, because now we're talking about the real So Hiyori who Alice killed, so let's see if he has a reaction.
Do they all know this person?
Sorry, I've got to use the toilet.
I do not even know his name.
This is Kai talking.
However, there is only one reason the organization would delete a file on someone. Namely, death. If he passed away before the death game, and his file was then restored, perhaps that means he was revived.
I've met this guy somewhere. Thing is, I can't remember nothing.
You too, q-taro? Kinda think she might have met him, but she can't remember anything. I remember. This man, it looks just like him. The man that I killed. It's So Hiyori.
What are you talking about? I mean, so's...
Damn it, why? How could I forget what he looked like? And just who in the world is he?
Sorry, I skipped over it, but I don't know if I saw this last time, because I don't think I tried to trick Saflin to try to steal Rico's tokens. I just went past it, and then I realized, I don't think I saw this last time. But Rico doesn't have any tokens, so somebody took them. I don't remember that. Anyway. Okay, well, I've got the chance to talk to him, so I guess I'll do that.
Alice.
Sir, what you doing? For how blue in the face you were when you ran off, you're looking better now.
So you were worried for me?
Me? Worried? That's for someone far more gullible. Fool. Sarah, what you doing? After you left, we did continue to investigate the laptop, but there was no great information. I'm just letting you know.
Thank you very much.
More importantly, would you take my place as Kanekazuchi's conversation partner? She's treating me like a friend. Has she not forgotten I'm a murderer?
I'm in a hurry, so...
Okay, that's kind of funny. What is she saying?
Yes, So really has done a lot to help us escape. They're talking about So?
Shout loudly, what?
Kana. Sarah, are you okay now? Yeah, I just wasn't feeling well earlier. Please sit down, by all means. Nah, I'm fine. You were sitting here first. Then I'll just sit on your lap, Sarah. No thanks. Anyway, what's this about So? Earlier I went to return the laptop to So, and it looked like he was making progress on a plan to our escape. Is that right? Was what he said before really true? I'm sure So can come up with a way for all of us to leave. So, whatever road card you have, it doesn't matter, Sarah. Huh? Kana?
No, that's a little suspicious, isn't it? I love Gein's little, like, the ears going up and the eyes becoming, like, cat-like. I don't know. It's just good. Anyway, I'll stop flashing the screen at you. Alright, this is like a day or two later, but, here's another... Is this gonna look weird? No, it doesn't change it at all. Oh, okay. I just moved the window. I had no idea what was gonna happen. This is another Alice-specific scene, so let's check it out.
Huh? The lights are off?
Oh my god, it's so loud. Hold on. There we go.
There's someone in the darkness.
I don't know which one of them that would be.
I see.
It is Safflin, okay.
Your heart may be rather wounded.
Mine is.
Not just yours, necessarily. Everyone's is falling apart. Sometimes it's better to forget memories that are simply too painful. In reality, the human brain is made to do so. All of you are too strong, so you can't erase your own memories.
So, with this machine, you can really erase them? My memories of Rico.
Only the painful memories, you understand? Those fun memories as brother and sister, those will remain, and you can just forget the bad memories. I am the only one who can cure you.
All right, do it.
Are you certain?
Make it quick, before I change my mind.
Then here we go.
No, not the memory erasing machine. Oh dear.
Ah! Ah! Well, I'm feeling better. Ugh.
How do you feel?
Oh, I see. What a good feeling. My head is clear.
Alice?
Ah, Sarah Chaduin, how long have you been there?
Is it okay to just forget Rico?
What are you saying? Rico's my dear sister. I wouldn't forget her. It's unfortunate she had to die, but Rico will surely live on in my heart.
Being able to say such a thing that casually, it's not right, Wolf.
What?
Yin, please don't. If all you have is burdens, that isn't life. I can't say Alice did anything wrong.
I wonder if she's used that machine on herself. Because I always feel like Safflin is kind of a weird character where she's like trying to help you, but she's also definitely working for the facility. So like, you know, it just makes me wonder.
Indeed. Don't hamper my invigorated mood. I think I'll go rest in the lobby.
Let's go, Gin.
Okay?
It's hard to do Gein's voice for just one word. Anyway, alright. Well, we'll see what else is new. Okay, I actually want to read this again, because it's been quite a while since I've read it. And this is the story about the old game, right? Quite some time has passed since then, but even now those hellish memories are scorched into the back of my mind. In the first trial, I killed a person. I'd never trust others, that's what I decided. In the Russian roulette that followed too, I didn't participate. At the end of their argument, the challenger chosen was someone most surprising. A 17-year-old schoolgirl. With overwhelming charisma, she had the talent of getting people in order. And in the first victim conference, she was a central figure as well. But there, she lost her best friend. And then the second victim conference, a boy even younger than her, and the man whose views most aligned with hers, these two, died. This looks like So, which is weird. You know? And then this one looks like Keiji, but seeing her so exhausted, I felt pity. So for the first time, I spoke my true feelings. By the time we were done talking, I'd acquired quite an admiration for her, to the point that I'd be fine with my own death as long as she won it all. But in the third victim conference, she died. It was the first time I'd shed tears for a stranger. Even now I see hallucinations of her. As many women as I try to love, I'm never satisfied. Even now, to me, she is. And that's it. Actually, that's interesting. I never thought of that before. So, I don't think this was in the video, but they were talking about on the laptop how they were also watching Sarah's friend Ryuko, I think. So I wonder if she was actually intended to die, like if the person who died in the first trial that was her best friend wasn't actually Joe, or like a Joe-alike, but it was Ryuko. Because they specifically don't show that person. And then when the person whose views most aligned with hers, and what was the other one? I don't even remember. But those two people could have been the So-like and the Joe-like. We'll just put it that way. And then, because I really feel like the Keiji-like character is the one who's the admirer of her. Just but from the way that they similarly talk. I guess it could also be Ranmaru, with the, like, looking back from chapter 3, the one whose views most aligned with her, or even the one who's talking to her could have been like Ranmaru. Because the two of them are, like, similar, right? The game goes to lengths to say that. It's interesting. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else crazy going on. Let me just go through this one more time and look at the Russian roulette that followed. Oh, no, that's... Yeah, okay. So the person who's talking about this killed someone in the first conference as well. Like the first trial, just like Keiji did. Yeah, and that's obviously like Sarah. Yeah, it just skips over that, which is interesting. A boy younger than her. And the one whose views most aligned with hers. So that's supposed to be like Gin and Joe? Or Gin and So? Or something like that? I don't know. It's interesting, because I thought for sure that they were trying to like recreate that event in order to like this guy probably trying to recreate the girl that died, right? With Sarah, who seems very similar, obviously. But it's not exactly the same, so maybe not. Anyway, I'll come back in a second. Right, and then there's this, which makes me think we're seeing this is like that other situation, but represented with the characters we know. And So is the one whose views aligned with Sarah. Because I think he's older than her, right? Oh, that's so scary. Okay. Okay, this is nothing groundbreaking, but Alice keeps calling q-taro q-taro hamburger. Sorry, I have this a different way. There we go. Now it's full screen. It's just very funny. Did he call him that before Rico died? I don't think he did. Maybe he just never interacted with him? I don't know.
q-taro hamburger.
Okay. There's nothing, like, super relevant going on right now, but, I just love this song. So's theme with, like, the intense discussion theme. It's so good. We're pretty close to the end anyway, so I think I'll just continue here. And we'll go from here. So... I forget exactly what I'm doing, but I know it's about you. I guess I should be I've been skipping through it for so long, I'm just reading it. I forgot I have to voice it.
I got a whole lecture on how exact and unmistakable their data was. Can you recall anything?
Can you recall anything else at all? What is it?
Now that I think about it, they might have used the word candidates, not participants. Well, not that there's any difference between participants and candidates, is there? If there's a chance the kidnappers were using those terms distinctly, then maybe.
Participants and candidates.
Alright.
Our AI cells must have killed each other over and over to produce this data, and then been reset to do it all over again. Could the monitor room have been the place they did the test runs? Wait, they're AIs, so they'd have to fight digitally.
True. No reason they would need to assemble in that room.
Come to think of it, I heard there was something unique about the AIs in the monitor room. That they were all the candidates who survived the first trial.
All the candidates?
Right? Yeah. I've just been following a walkthrough to get through this fast because I don't remember everything. So I'm just going to continue to do that until we get to new stuff in the next chapter. Let's make it easier.
Hang on. What's this about candidates? Are participants and candidates really the same? The participants, those are the 20 people who were brought into this death game. Then, what are the candidates that the floor master spoke of? It's those with the qualifications, the right, those who fulfill the conditions to be the ultimate winner. And with that in mind, if Gashu, who swears loyalty to the organization, were to make a transgression, what if there was one of us who didn't have the right to victory, a non-candidate? Gashu would try to kill them. That's why he tampered with the sacrifice. I should know it now. Who here is not a candidate?
Wah! I still don't like this. Poor Now. She didn't deserve it.
Yes?
You have the sacrifice, don't you?
Huh?
This roster lists the names of the candidates who are qualified for victory. Even Shin Tsukimi with his 0% chance to actually win is here. But now, out of us, your name's the only one missing. And in the monitor room, too, there was no AI of you. No, there didn't exist a Now AI to begin with. Because you were an outsider who didn't meet the qualifications to be a candidate. And so Gashu tried to kill you. He sent the sacrifice with its high risk of death to Now. This was your transgression, Gashu.
Fantastic, simply fantastic. You've done well, Sarah. You found the outsider. Your cooperation, you solved it. Gashu's transgression. Yes, indeed, you are the chosen one.
It's over. All the energy's leaving me. Our long, long discussion. In the end, we've earned it. Victory. A moment's survival.
I'm sorry, everyone. I kept quiet about the sacrifice the whole time. When I thought about what would happen if we weren't able to expose him, I just couldn't say it.
It's not your fault now. All the fault lies with Gashu.
Answer me, Gashu. Candidates, this death game, what's all of it mean?
I will say but one thing. Everyone, have you ever harbored doubts about your upbringing?
Eh?
This is my first and last hint for you.
Last?
Miss Sarah Chidun, you have overlooked something important about the Floor Master's code.
About the code?
It is written clearly. If there is misconduct during the main game, it either proceeds with the transgressor's death, or must be retried 24 hours later.
Huh?
And I promised you that I would fulfill my duty as per the code. If I take responsibility on my own life, then the main game shall continue.
You're kidding. Stop!
Everyone, please earn victory.
That's still, I think, the craziest twist in this entire game.
No way! This is...
Foolish. Suicide.
No.
This
This is impossible. It should be over. Why? Why this?
He was going to do this from the start?
Why? Just for a day's extension, we hung on stubbornly and put our lives on the line. And yet, Gashu carelessly threw his away. He easily shot down our hope. Who could be capable of such a thing? He's a demon. A demon. This shouldn't have... Sapphilin, please, it's an emergency, right? Suspend the main game. I can't do that. I can only act as a substitute.
No. You're really going to continue?
This is all within the rules. If I refuse, everyone will die.
This isn't right. It isn't right at all. I'm begging you. It doesn't have to be 24 hours. Just let us retry.
I'm sorry.
I'll do anything. Anything. Just please.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now is the sacrifice. No one will vote for her. And we need to choose too. One of the commoners, So or Kana.
Oh dear. Now's the sacrifice. I'm the Keymaster. We can only vote for So or Kana. I guess it's clear who you all will vote for.
No.
Please, someone, save me.
I'm tired. As much as I contribute, everyone's just going to choose me, right?
Not this time.
Everyone, won't you vote for Kana?
Wait, you can't save after this? I didn't know that. I mean, not that I would die. I literally haven't gotten anything wrong because I've been following a walkthrough, but... Oh, oops. That's kind of crazy. I was so wrapped up in it before, I probably didn't even notice.
Huh? What are you?
Please, vote for Kana.
What are you saying, Kana?
I'm sure you understand. Between So and Kana, which one of us isn't necessary? Kana already intended to die from the moment she tried to trade for Sarah's sacrifice.
Kana.
Please, this is the only thing Kana can do. In exchange, I want you to believe in So, because he's really not a bad person.
Why can't I say anything? Kana's throwing her life away to protect So. Am I just going to watch in silence? Kana!
Don't be ridiculous, Kana!
So?
Self-sacrifice? That's worthless! You really are a kid, Kana. A thoughtless kid with a backwards notion of that if she dies it'll solve everything.
My feelings don't change.
Be quiet, Kana! Guys, we have our conclusion. Hurry up and vote! Sarah, you hated me deep down, right? Aren't I awful? You won't get another chance like this.
So?
Kana doesn't have any wisdom. She can't even hack.
I told you to shut up, Kana.
Please, remember the first main game. We all chose Kai as a victim. For our survival, we didn't choose by feelings, but by logic. But wasn't that a mistake? Real failure is wavering. Not trusting your beliefs is weakness.
Stop it!
And this time the right thing to do is choose logic so that you can escape. You should choose Kana.
Just stop it!
It's time to vote. I cannot wait any longer. Touch your voting tablets or everyone will die.
Got it. Mr. Policeman, just voted for Kana.
Keiji!
Thank you very much.
That ain't a joke. I'm ashamed of you, KG. Sacrificing a kid for the sake of adults is a demonic choice you just can't make.
Uh-huh.
I'm voting for So.
Alice, you chose Kana, right?
I can't choose anyone's little sister. Shin Tsukimi, I'm voting for you. Fine by me. Now, if we just vote for ourselves, that's 2-3. Gin, it should be an easy choice for you too, right?
I do hate the loner, but it's not like I want him to die.
You dumbass! If you don't choose me, I'll use you next and get you killed!
I don't remember what this does.
You don't have to take responsibility, Gin.
Big Sis Sarah?
If you vote for Kana, it'll be tied 3-3. Your vote won't cause anyone to die.
But then, Big Sis Sarah, your vote will.
It's okay, Gin. I'll take the responsibility.
I voted for Bucket Girl.
Now it's just me. My vote will decide everything. It'll decide it all.
We did it, Sarah.
Now?
Do you remember the conditions for the sacrifice to win? The sacrifice wins, even if it's a tie for first. Now So has 3 votes, and Kana has 3 votes. And as the sacrifice, I can vote for myself twice. If you vote for me, that's 3 votes for everyone. I can win by a tie for first.
Say what?
Let's return home together, Sarah. But Sarah, you won't do that, right?
Let's vote for Keiji. What even happens if we do that? I can't even imagine. Because they've both got 3, and Now's got 2. What happens if they tie? Now wins, right? Still? I don't know. Oh, this feels so bad.
Thank you, Sarah.
Why? Why didn't you choose me? I'll never forgive you, Sarah.
Sarah, before I go, could you give me a hug?
Yeah.
You're warm.
Well then, I'll announce the results. The Keymaster was Keiji Shinogi, the Sage was q-taro Burgerberg, and the Sacrifice now Igokoro.
I see. So this is your answer, Sarah.
Now,
It's strange. I couldn't stop shaking from fear. But the moment you decided, that stopped. I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't have to betray you all.
Now?
Oh, I forgot to mention. The second card trade, it was me. I traded away the sacrifice card by using the tokens Rico had on her.
So Rico protected you now. You were a close friend to Rico. There's no question of that.
Thank you very much. I wonder if I'll meet Rico and the professor over there. I wanted to finish that painting.
well then, it's time for the execution. Wait! Miss Sarah, take this. It's an instant death switch. Unless you want her suffering to be long, you just have to press it. Begin.
I actually don't remember what this is. Is this? I think it is.
I don't want to die. Don't push it. Wait. Don't press it. I don't want to die yet. Wait. Don't press it. Don't wait. Don't press it. Don't press it.
Well, apparently I can't do anything. Oh, now. Gah, erg. I'm gonna be honest, though. As bad as this sounds, I kind of think the best ending is for Rico to die. You know? For, like, I don't know. It's a silly way to think of it, but I actually don't. I guess choosing so to live is the one that leads you down this bad route that I know I'm on. So you could have Alice in the second part without any major differences. But it makes it feel like Now's trait at the end makes more sense, you know? Like, in a weird way, because Rika's dead, so she's using Rika, like her best friend in the game's power to try to save herself, but it doesn't end up that way. You know what I mean? Also, I think it makes more sense for her to choose Sarah in this case with Alice alive than it does to not choose Rico when she's alive, you know? It feels like maybe she would have actually discussed with Rico and tried to survive together as the sacrifice. And Rico might have actually gone for it. Thank goodness nobody's close enough to q-taro to convince him to do the sacrifice. I guess Kai kind of was, but he wasn't the sacrifice, so.
Professor, I'm sorry. The present I was going to give you, I never could finish it.
That's all right. You'll have plenty of time now.
Paint your heart's content now.
Yes. I couldn't push the button. To the very end, Now said she didn't want to die. There was no way I could push it. Once again, I couldn't protect them. They died again. Next is Kana. Wait! Stop it already, please, Saphalin.
Don't move!
Wait, does this happen in the other one? I think it does.
That's Gashu's.
If you come near Kana, I'll shoot!
It's futile. Kana's execution won't be changing.
Why? Ain't you different from Gashu and Miley? You carried out her execution with a pained look. You don't really want this, do you?
You don't understand, do you? I've always been your enemy, you see? I'm coming closer. The gun let out a click. It was empty, I see.
Damn you!
It's fine now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sarah.
Kana,
Please take care of So. Everyone, get along together.
activating collar device, the human flower.
My neck hurts.
Just now, human flower seeds were injected by your necklace through your body. Stop, Saphalin, what are you doing? Please be at ease. She won't suffer like Miss Now.
Yeah, thanks. That makes me feel better.
Roots will spread through her body, and feeling a comforting numbness, she will die beautifully. Now they will bloom.
Nice flipped camera shot. Hey, you said it was a comforting numbness. That doesn't sound like a comforting numbness to me.
This is how the Chosen One meets her end. So long as the flowers don't wilt, her body will always be preserved beautifully. Kana. I'm sorry, Kana. We needed so to escape. I chose logic. The worst possible choice.
I'll kill you. Worthless. It's all worthless. The floor masters, Sarah, every one of the riffraff. I'll kill every one of you who killed Kana. That's right. And first will be Sarah.
I wonder where So is. I searched around, my mind in a daze. I couldn't save Now or Kana. I don't care. I don't want to look at that reality anymore. For now, I'll look for So.
I'm afraid.
My feet moved as if guided by something. Some sort of premonition calling me. The screen is glowing. I wonder what it is. I gazed at the screen absent-mindedly.
Yo, Sarah!
Huh? Is this some kind of joke again? There was a familiar face. The face of my best friend, who I'd always saw at school. Joe? Inconceivable. It's another hallucination. I've finally broken down. Because there shouldn't be an AI of Joe. But that doesn't matter to me right now. Joe? Is that you, Joe?
Yup, so looks like you've been well. You murderer.
Huh?
I should
have understood this. It was a hallucination. Just a false Joe I created. Wait, I shouldn't respond to it.
Let me hear it. Who'd you kill this time?
You're wrong. I didn't kill... Gotta ignore it.
You voted, didn't you? You sacrificed someone weaker than you to survive.
No, that's wrong, Joe. I mean... This isn't Joe.
Sarah, you really changed.
I can't breathe. I'm being killed by my hallucinations.
What's your excuse this time, Sarah?
You aren't Joe. Don't show yourself to me, please. Just give me a break. Forgive me.
Can't do that, Sarah. You know how much I suffered? I'll show you once more.
Huh? A hellish sight. The last thing I wanted to remember. Joe's end. Wow. Ah. Ah.
I don't...
Sarah.
Okay.
Are you okay, Sarah?
Keiji?
Mrs. Sarah, you came too. Meow.
You were passed out in the room of rubble. And for all that video!
It was an AI of Joe Tazuna. Why in the world was that there?
Was it a fake Joe someone set up at a malice? Sarah, don't worry about anything it said.
What are they talking about? Keiji. Who's Joe?
Joe Mama. No! So did she go and use the device while she was like quote unquote passed out to forget Joe? Or is she like having a mental break? I'm not sure. It could be either thing. I guess we'll find out next time. I really don't know how long this episode is, because it was very segmented. But man, I don't know. I know I've talked about this before, but in the off chance, it was a long time ago, so there's a good chance you don't remember actually. But I feel like the game peaks here, right? Because So is the antagonist. So everything that follows after it just doesn't quite feel as strong, at least in the road I played so far. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens with So still being around, but I feel like it's still gonna feel weird because, we've already had our confrontation with him and he chose to trust us, right? Yeah, I don't know. The route splits are a very interesting thing because this has been my gaming realization recently. Between Fire Emblem Three Houses, this, and what was the other one? There was something else with route splits, wasn't there? I really don't remember. But anyway, between this and Fire Emblem Three Houses, for sure, two stories which I really enjoyed that I feel are somewhat hindered by the route splits. Because there's such good moments in this route, specifically with Alice, and also q-taro actually taking the poison for Geen is, I feel, very important to his character. And that only happens if you don't push Rico. And then, now taking Rico's tokens feels much more in line with her character, than taking Alice's. I mean, I know she was freaking out, but it's almost poetic in a way, you know what I mean? That she's protecting her one last time. And then some of the stuff here isn't quite as strong though, right? I feel like So dying is extremely necessary in that part. Even though I love him, he's my favorite character from this game. Which is weird to say because I don't really usually like characters like So. I've said this many a time before too, with Nagito and Kokichi and Byakuya, even though Byakuya is not really like them. They're funny, to meme about, but they're usually not my favorites because I don't know. So it just feels so forced most of the time. You know what I mean? With Nagito and Kokichi, they have to specifically go against logic to oppose the player a lot of the time because you're just making the right choices all the time. But in this game, they provide ample evidence as for why So doesn't trust you. And also, Sarah isn't always making the right choices, Sarah is not quite as perfect as Hashime or Shuichi in terms of finding the truth and doing the right thing all the time. She's far more willing to deceive So and, some of the others in order to do what she feels is right, which is kind of dangerous in a situation like this, especially when you don't have all the information. So it does, So does feel like he's acting within logic, his own logic all the time, whereas Nagito and Kokichi sometimes, for Kokichi a lot of the time, do not. Which is why I like So a lot. But I do think that he has to die. And I think Alice really should live. Honestly, going through that, because Alice confronting So Hiyori is much stronger than, So confronting So Hiyori. If you were confused who I'm talking about Shin, but, he's So to me. I guess I'm going to have to get used to calling him Shin because, So's going to be in the next chapter. Although I guess we're going to name him Beanie Man, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I feel like Rico dying makes a lot more sense, and I feel like So dying makes a lot more sense. And it's kind of funny because I feel like most people would choose Rico, and most people would choose So. So you're getting a half proper route, And what I was getting at when I was talking about these route splits is it means the story is never as strong as it could be. There's always one path that's stronger than the other, depending on, how the story ends up ending, or it turns out. Like with Fire Emblem Three Houses, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say, choosing the Blue Lions route first made me appreciate that game a lot more than if I had chosen the other two first, because it feels like it's actually building to the reveal at halfway through the game, and then it feels like there's actually consequences of that in the second part, whereas in the Golden Deer, the characters are a lot more fun. I like the Golden Deer characters a lot more, but they have barely any stake in the plot. And then the Black Eagles feels very strange, especially no matter who you how you choose to route split in that route as well. So I think the game would have just been stronger if they got rid of the Golden Deer altogether, moved some of those characters into the other two houses, and just had you play as the Blue Lions. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on route splits in video games, because before I played this game and Fire Emblem Three Houses, but specifically this game, because this game was the one that got me thinking about it, I would have thought that a Danganronpa game or something like that with route splits would be so much better, because it's like depending on your actions, right? So it would feel more real. But really, it just feels like you're missing out, And I know I'm replaying this for the channel, but that's because I have the channel. If I didn't have the channel, I would not be playing the other route probably. And even then, I'm still missing a route where Alice lives and So dies. You know what I mean? Which I'm probably not going to go back and do, because it's probably mostly the same as the Rico Kana route, or Rico So. No, Alice So, where you kill Alice and So. You know what I mean? It's probably mostly the same. You just have Alice there, so it's like slightly more interesting. So, I don't know. I just feel like that's important to say. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Also, like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully now that we've got past all the parts where I'm playing a bunch of the game and not able to record it because it's just the same stuff we've already done, these episodes will be more consistent. But that was the problem. I played for like an hour on Sunday to try to get a video up for Monday, and it was all stuff we'd already seen before, with like 2 little segments of Alice doing something different. So, yeah. Okay, bye.